Right, hello everybody, welcome to the Fenix A320 Fenix, of course, and we're flying EasyJet 63 Echo Mike from Grenoble to Luton, this time with the welcome to Gatwick sign on the approach. Currently just taken a direct to FitMe, which is the final approach fix at Luton. We'll be approaching runway 25, we've got some relatively high winds today, so let's just have a look at the data for the approach. QNH is 1013, standard, temperatures 11, also fairly standard, wind 250 at 22, so that's the sticking point, so we're just going to check that basically. Making a flaps full approach, no strange procedures really. Yeah, just going to descend down as usual and kind of try to pick up the ILS and make a nice full stop landing. We've got about 30 miles to go and we're at 250 knots. Just popping below 10,000 feet, so on with those lights. I'm going to put those two on as well just to reduce load, so when we do lower the gear we don't have to think about it as well, even though they're attached to the gear so we don't see them yet, but it just means when the gear comes down there's nothing more to do and we can just focus on that, on the landing. Lovely little whistle. Don't know how good it sounds actually. What's going on here? This looks glitchy. Okay, so there's a plane up there somewhere. He's making a nice contrail. No, he's made a good contrail. Frames per second really low because we're just overhead London. There we go, reincepting the path there. Yeah. Sunset lighting as well, so lots of extra shading going on just to make it that little bit more intense for the old computer. 3000 at FF25, so that's okay. 24 miles on the ILS. Windows are a bit mucky. I mean, if I was the pilot I would have gotten out and cleaned them, but you know, what can you do, what can you do? Hopefully when we descend into the clouds we will have better frames because nothing is being rendered basically. "21 track miles." See how many track miles we've got here. We've got 23 track miles to the runway. 21 as the crow flies. It's actually slant distance, so it's including the angle of the descent path. It's not an on the ground distance. When you look at a DME, it's your actual distance in terms of vertical and horizontal displacement. So if you think about it, it's Pythagoras basically. It's along the ground squared plus the amount of altitude you've got squared, square rooted. The Grenadier Guards quick march. Whistle and flying, I suppose. There you go, entering in the clouds now, we've got him disappearing up ahead. Going IFR now. Woohoo, my favourite. I needed an IFR rating the other day and ended up going VFR on top and couldn't get through to my destination because of the clouds. So, an IFR rating would have been very helpful. Sadly, I don't have one, and I didn't have the right plane for it. So this whole entering clouds malarkey would have not been permitted. Okay, that should be approach phase active now. Yeah, approach phase has automatically activated itself. Just dropping below 230 knots now. So that's flaps 1 speed. We could actually put out flaps 1. I'll wait until we've got a little bit more of the speed off. It's going to be a nice continuous descent into Luton. The QNH is actually 1013, so I'll set that there. Speed's now comfortably below the flaps limit. I'm going to put flaps 1 out. And we're looking for EGGW. Ground is 121.75, so I'm going to tune that in here. And we'll switch to that once we've vacated the runway. Luton traffic, easy, 6-3 Echo Mike, inbound fit me for RLS 25 from the south side. Bit of cloud going on over there, I can't see the runway yet. I'll assume that's something to do with it over there. Okay, localizer armed, and we're going to arm approach as well, there we go. There we go, Cat 3 single, we're going to engage the second autopilot now, Cat 3 dual. Cat 1 single, wasn't it? Oh, I'll just say Cat 3, nice. Dual, we've got 11.7 miles to go, speed's just coming below 200 knots, we'll maintain 160 to 4. Luton traffic, easy 6-3 Echo Mike, established ILS 25, 10 miles. Okay, flaps 2. Okay, there we are established. Just going to set missed approach altitude 5,000 feet. Runway's in sight over there, we can just about see the lighting there. 8.6 miles to go, I'm going to set flaps 3 now. That's going to get us comfortably at 160. Speed brake armed, auto brake set to medium. Luton's a relatively short runway unfortunately, so we've got our 22 knots is still 46 at the moment, below 1,000 feet, that'll probably start dropping down. Lights on, signs are on, let's just get some panel lighting here and integrated lights up. This is a little bit dark. 7 miles to go, gear down. Try to figure out over which town we actually are at the moment. So we're currently directly overhead Stevenage. And Luton is behind Luton, so Luton's actually over there. Yeah, so we're just going to basically wait till 5 miles, put the full flaps in and then bring the speed back down. Glide slope warning mode off. Luton traffic, easy 6-3 Echo Mike, 5 miles, 25. Flaps full, get the speed back down. We're going to have a relatively high approach speed because of GS Mini. You can see GS Mini trying to keep us at 150 knots nearly. So we'll use that as our approach speed, and hopefully as we get close to the runway that will just necessarily drop down. It's basic calculating, we need an extra 18 knots because we've, 22 knots is the wind, so we've got another 14 knots needed. Basically to mean when that wind does cut back, we're not going to have a drop. So let's just keep in the ground speed. at the approach speed.
1,000. $500. $100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50. 40. 30.
Too low. Terrain.
20. Retard. 5.
A little bit late on the touchdown zone, but not awful.
Last station calling readability 4.
Thank you.
Luton ground, IO easy 6-3 Echo Mike, Bravo 5, text us done please.
EGGW, Echo Mike, Luton ground to Luton, left Bravo, stand 5.
Bravo stand 5, easy 6-3 Echo Mike. There's 5 on the right hand side, so we'll just go around up to there.
Gatwick ground, HB 1912, requesting IFR for Paris. Stand 146, type A320 AM.
Station calling you on Luton ground, just check your frequency.
Sorry about that, close it now.
Parking brake set. APU available. Landing time was 5:06. It's now 5:09. That's been 3 minutes. Engine 2 shut down. Engine 1 shut down. EGT is decreasing. APU's on the bus. Beacon light off. taxi light off, seatbelt signs off. There we go, welcome to Luton. Lovely. Not lovely at all, but anyway. It is what it is. Landing rate was 61 feet per minute. 64 feet per minute on thingy. And we were yeah, between the second to last and last touchdown zone marker.